Alright guys, got another video coming at you from the RC Dungeon. Was just got the Redcat down here after she's all been broke in. I've been running it. Been running it quite a bit. I've got a bunch of tanks through it now. I just wanted to give you guys my take on the Redcat Rampage XR. I guess you can kind of call this, it's not, I'm not, obviously I haven't had it for very long. I'm just going to give you a base estimate kind of review of what I think of the car so far. Kind of what I expected from the get-go after owning several Redcats, especially like the XT, which is, a real close, setup like the XR is, the Chimera, all of that. So, first off, I'll get in, when I unboxed it and hit an RC Kitty, right off the bat, I was really surprised. Other Redcats that I have gotten in the past, where stuff wasn't Loctited and everything, this actually had Loctite on pretty much everything, guys, which, you have to excuse me, my allergies are really killing me. Everything was Loctited. The filter was oiled. I was wrong initially. It actually was pre-oiled, surprisingly. Everything was tight, real nice from the factory. The only thing that I had trouble with was the carb settings were off, factory carb settings. It was just set way too rich. It was just dumping fuel into the engine like mad. So I did have to get in the manual, read through the manual, which the settings are in the manual. The carb settings for this to make sure it was set, properly. So basically that was the main thing I ran into with it, was just the carburetor. The usual stuff with like these Redcats, guys. I wasn't uber impressed with, I've never been impressed with like their servos and stuff like that, but it is a pretty relatively low cost fifth scale compared to like Losi, or other brands out there. Your Rovens and stuff like that come with, in my opinion, pretty good servos, but the steering servo works really well. Of course, you're not trying to turn big heavy tires up here in the front. Just the throttle servos on all of these, they're like a hex fly. They just always seem like they're kind of like notchy a little bit. They're not a smooth servo. But they work, they get the job done, so, that's all that counts. I'm not taking any of this stuff off like any of my other trucks until, I have a failure with them. These hex, I'm running a kill switch, so if something happens to the throttle servo, I can always, or I can turn the remote off. I've got my failsafe set, it goes to automatic brake mode. So I'm not real worried about that. When it starts giving me major problems, of course, I'll change it like I do any of my others. That's the whole reason why I run a kill switch. The engine so far, guys, has been running okay. I've not had super bad luck with these HYs. They're not super longevity engines, I don't think. I had a lot of runtime logged in on the XT that I had, the Redcat XT that had the 30. It had a 30, I think it was a 30. It was a 30 or 32. I think it was a 30. Basically the same engine that's on here. I had gallons and gallons and gallons that I had beat. I beat that XT. It was my go-to beater truck. Because I had so many backup parts laying here because I had bought a second one, for parts off of a guy for near next to nothing. So, they have since upgraded a lot of the stuff with these Redcats, like I mentioned in the video in the past. They've actually strengthened, your axles here with CVDs and stuff. I think it'll hold up just fine. Especially if you're running it in stock form. This thing's not super impressive. I should have the video where I was running this thing. That wasn't full tilt, but it doesn't go much faster than what it was on that video at full tilt. So, You just run out of gear super quick with this RC. So, you know, like I said, this isn't a longevity review. It's just a basic, you know, I've probably put, you know, it's done broke in. I've put a couple tanks in it through it on running it on the road since break in. This video is just, you know, I'm giving you guys an overview of, you know, just basic, you know, a basic review, you know, initial run review of it. I've had no trouble with my, you know, losing any screws. When I put my kill switch in, I had the two screws down here, because how this engine is secured, you've got your gear plate here, and then you've got your, you know, there's no adjustment, and you've got your two engine mount here that go up inside of your case cover. Well, I had to heat those. They were Loctited in very well. So, you know, you guys get one of these and you're putting the kill switch in. There's just the two screws come up through the bottom of the chassis. You really do got to throw some heat to those. I have my butane torch here. I'll grab it real quick. You know, it's just a cheap Walmart, like $15, $20, you know, butane torch here. You know, I heated the Loctite, got them loose. You know, when I put the kill switch in it. So, you know, everything was Loctited down. I was pretty impressed with that. It's fairly easy to start. I'm still having, I think, some flooding issues and stuff with it. And here's the thing I think with this, let me turn it around with the XR, especially this XR. One, this pipe, guys, is super restrictive. I'm just telling you right now. This exhaust on this thing it's super quiet, which is a good thing, I guess. You know, I mean, I wouldn't be afraid to take this thing early morning or even during, you know, later evenings and stuff. You know, I don't think I'd be annoying people in the neighborhood running this with this exhaust. It's how quiet it is. It really isn't loud at all, guys. You know, even going full wide open, it's just, you know, it's not very loud at all. With that being said, this exhaust is definitely coming off. Main reason is this thing is definitely super restrictive, okay? There's another YouTuber who I mentioned before. You know, he got me very interested in this XR from watching his videos. And he kind of run a scope up inside the exhaust, and there's like literally, it's like a silencer tube inside of another exhaust pipe. I think durability, this would probably hold up okay running it. You know, if you weren't really beating it off road or anything like that very hard and you're just making road passes. I think this exhaust pipe would probably hold up pretty well. A lot better than most of the factory exhaust pipes on most of the Redcat fifth scales. Because the Redcat fifth scales really don't have a very good exhaust setup. This is probably the best out of any of the fifth scales in the Redcat line that I've seen for the exhaust. Minus your Rampage MT, but the XT, the exhaust is horrible. The Camaro, the exhaust is horrible. They use a nitro coupler in here on this one. Just a little bit of running that I've done with it. It's already where they've got a clamp on it. I could probably take the clamp off now and throw me a zip tie here and a zip tie here, and it would probably last a lot longer. But it's already melting through the clamp on the coupler, so you know, you would have to eventually do away with this, you know, this coupler here, and get you a heavier duty, you know, some kind of, maybe even like, I don't know, just neoprene hose of some kind here. It's a smaller diameter, so you'd be hard to find like a regular exhaust, you know, head pipe mount. But you could find something here that would hold up a lot better than what they've got on here. It's just like a cheap rubber nitro pipe almost connector, a little bigger. But it's already starting to melt a little bit. But yeah, this exhaust is coming off. The Jet Pro is going on. I showed in the other video. I'm going to be polishing it up tonight. There's the Jet Pro that's going on there with the dual exits. You know, I know even if it don't perform super good, it's going to perform better. I'm hoping, you know, with the Jet Pro, it's going to perform better. You know, I know even if it don't perform super good, it's going to perform better. You know, I know even if it don't perform super good, it's going to perform better. I'm hoping, you know, with the Jet Pro, it's going to perform super good. It's going to perform better. I'm hoping, we're going to do this step-by-step process with the upgrades for this. I'm going to do the Jet Pro pipe first, and then we'll see how it goes. I'm going to pull the gear plate cover off. We're going to switch the input shaft gears and stuff to get a little more speed out of it. Because, I mean, I'm not looking for like some stupid, crazy speed out of it, obviously. I'm just trying to get, see what I can get out of it, and then see, I'm hoping, I'm hoping to probably at least, I think this thing's probably like, it's not very fast, guys. I think I've seen that, the other YouTuber, I'm sorry, I can't think of his, he does the Nitro Gang videos. He's got an awesome channel. So, anyways, I think he got like 15 miles an hour or something. I'm not real sure. And I think I've seen another YouTuber said like 16 or 17, tuned up real good. So I'm looking at if I can squeeze like 20 out of this thing with like the pipe and maybe I don't know, a velocity stack. I mean, it just depends. And then I might tweak the gears and stuff like that. And I've been playing with the idea I mentioned in the running video, where I was still in the process of breaking this thing in. I was thinking about a 2-speed. They're very expensive, and you know I hate messing with 2-speed transmissions. I may later on down the road get the 2-speed to see what I can get out of this thing to make it a little more fun. Right now, I just want to see how I can get this engine to perform, and then we'll go from there. Like I said, I may very well end up getting a higher rev engine to throw on here to get some RPMs out of it, because the gearing options are very limited. So was doing some research, and I mean I'm not sure, I haven't checked part numbers, but somebody was saying that you could the Rampage MT gears, you could do the Rampage MT gears on here and get like a higher RPM. I mean a higher gear ratio. I mean, I haven't really looked into that yet. I do plan on doing that, just to see if I can, because that would be, I'm not like a first speed demon. I do plan on still running it off-road a little bit. Obviously, I don't know if the camera's picking up, but she's pretty dirty. I did run it a little bit off-road today. It does okay. It's a super great off-roader, obviously. I am going to get a video. I'm going to take it up to the farm once I get the exhaust switched out. Show you guys running it in the field where I've been running all my other stuff. I would love to take this thing to the park, to the ball diamond up there that they don't use anymore, and running it around there, because that's where this thing would really shine. But I don't know when our parks are going to open. Things are still, they're not horrible here, thank goodness, but still not great either. So I don't know when our parks and stuff are going to be open here. So, I'm very limited right now, going anywhere and running this thing. So, but I am going to be getting the pipe switched out. I'll be putting another video up of the performance, update of how much I think I got it. You'll be able to tell, obviously, from watching it on video if it performs better. I'm not going to tune it. I mean, it's already rich. I'm going to throw the pipe on it with the same tune, as long as it's not running stupid lean or anything like that, which I doubt it would be, just by putting the pipe on it. So I'll be doing the pipe, and then I'll be doing a video not touching anything. Then unless something, my first couple runs I notice I'll have to tweak it to keep it running right. So if not, it'll be on the same tune with just the Jet Pro pipe, and you guys can see the difference that it makes. I've always had good luck with my Jet Pros in the past. They've been very good pipes. I pretty much support everybody buying whatever brand pipes, Rovens and King Motors, and I've even bought Redcats tuned pipes in the past, and Bartolone pipe. I had one for my 5 clone truck, the LT with the G340 on it a long time back. I did end up breaking that pipe, so it was used anyways when I got it, and had some bends and some wax in it. But that's why I ended up. My Jet Pros have always just performed great, sounded really, really good. But basically everything I own has a Jet Pro minus a couple ball hauls, and they have they have Dominators on them. My Rampage MT over here has a Dominator, but my MT XL is a Jet Pro. This is going to have a Jet Pro. My XT had a Jet Pro. My Chimera had a Jet Pro. My Jet Pro pipes have always been really good. They've held up. I've never had a problem with bending them or breaking them or anything like that, even in some bad crashes and stuff. Uh, and it's very limited for pipes. You know, I think Jet Pro is probably the only company that actually makes a good aftermarket pipe for these. And I think, I'm not 100% for sure, but this looks a lot like the side exit Jet Pro that they make for the Rampage MT. It just has a dual outlet. They changed it a little bit, which it does perform good on your the Rampage MT. I just like the Dominator because the Dominator gives you a little more bottom end torque versus the Jet Pro on the MT. So, you know, at the time I just had the cheaper 32cc, not a real good, you know, super good quality, you know, just had the stock 32cc, if it even is a 32cc HY on it. So, you know, I don't know, I just kind of, I went with the Dominator to have the torque. So, but we're going to be tossing this Jet Pro on here and seeing how she performs. I'm going to get it polished up, and I'll get you guys, you know, I'm sure it'll be probably loud because all my Jet Pro pipes are ridiculously loud usually. So, you know, they do make a silencer for that pipe. You can hook up to it. I'm not really worried about that. So, but anyhow, guys, that's what's going on in the RC dungeon so far. Like I said, I'm going to get to wrench on this thing. I'm probably going to get the old exhaust removed tonight. I'm just not making any more videos with this thing, with the stock pipe on it, guys. It's just, it's not worth it. It's not going to be any faster. If you've seen me in any other videos, you know, with this stock pipe on there, it's not going to perform, guys. It's just not. You know, anybody that knows two-strokes know your pipes is one of the main things with any two-stroke, you know, your pipe combination. So we're going to try out this Jet Pro and see how that goes, and then hopefully I get it to where I want. That pipe will give me enough, like I said, switching my gears around. I do enjoy this thing. It handles good. You can get some power slides and stuff out of it. You know, and I could tweak this carburetor and tune it a little bit and get it leaned up a little bit more, and probably, you know, it's bloody ridiculously rich, so I could probably get it performing just a little bit better, running better, you know, with the stock can on it, but it's just not worth it. I was contemplating throwing the cat box on here and running it with the cat box exhaust that the seller I bought from eBay tossed in with this. I'm not doing that. I bought the Jet Pro. I don't like the exits on the cat box because it's going to be restricted under the body and making an oily mess and stuff. Sorry guys, I'm not doing that cat box with it. So going straight to the Jet Pro, getting our, you know, exhaust outside the body. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it, guys. My initial review so far of this Redcat. Like I said, everything seems to be holding up okay. I mean, I've not had any major catastrophes with it. I did have one wreck with it. It took it like a champ. I almost rolled it over up the road. I lost control of it doing a high-speed pass and hit some gravel. And ended up actually being able to drive it up. I was surprised it got up my neighbor's bank like that. Off-road that well without breaking anything. That's where all this mud came from. I mean, my front bumper plowed, you know, like a knife sliced through the hillside. So, but anyways, guys, that's what we got going on. I did get some. I will share with you guys real quick. I got some goodies. The other one's upstairs, but I picked up a couple roving clutches. The Lighten clutches with the 8K springs. We got a part number 85090-1. I don't know if the camera's focusing or not, but I got two of them, both the same. I've got another one of these, but it's not the Lighten clutch upstairs. I got it particularly for this truck, this XR. I may just take this clutch And I may just put this 8K spring on the clutch that's in here, so I'm just not wasting a perfectly good clutch. You know, later on down the road, we're going to go in steps of process of how this thing, you know, each part upgrade. So I'm just not going to throw a ton of upgrades on. I want you guys to see how it does, okay, as I install each upgrade on it, okay. So, you know, the pipe will be the first, then filter and velocity stack will probably be next. And I'm already running a good NGK, you know, plug and everything in it. So, you know, once we get all that, we'll see how she does. Then we'll throw an 8K spring on it, run it, see how it does. You know, if I keep getting, you know, a little more out of it, then I'll probably get an engine upgrade for it this summer of some kind. I'm not real sure. I'm still looking into other stuff, or maybe we'll be tossing a 2-speed on it. So, I'm going to try not to go super high budget with anything or nothing like that with it. I mean, I've got a bunch of other stuff I want to get to. My poor shorty ball haul hasn't seen any runtime hardly. My Redcat Rampage MT, which I'm going to do I'm going to call a benchtop, you know, video going over stuff with you guys on it. I haven't ran it forever. It's just been sitting. The 45cc Beast Bug's just sitting. You know, I've got my other ball haul 5T. I haven't ran it forever. I've been focusing so much on my LT, the G340, the ESP engine truck, doing videos and stuff on it and the engine and everything. I just haven't touched any of my other stuff. So, plus I'm still in the process. I need to rebuild my other ball haul. I'm just, I got so much stuff going on, guys, and everything that's going on in the world right now, you know, and my job especially is just real stressful and everything, trying to stay safe and stuff. So, but anyways, I did get some spare parts. Got those in. Like I said, I've got another clutch upstairs in the upstairs of the house. I didn't bring it down. I plan on. I'm hoping. I may be adding another RC 5th scale soon. I'm not 100% sure. It may be a gasser or it may be electric. I'm up in the air with some different stuff. I still really want to get my hands on a dragon hammers. I mean, I hate to do it. I've considered putting my MTXL up for trade or to sell it, to put the money towards purchasing a dragon hammers. I just really want to get me one of those dragon hammers, and the cost of those things are just so bloody ridiculous, man. I just can't afford that. You know, I could pick up, I think, the Primal Monster truck for what they're wanting for the dragon hammers. It's just freaking crazy, man. But I really like that dragon hammers, the way it looks and everything. So either that or that Tesco truck or whatever that Kraken makes. I may be seeing if I can, you know, I don't know, guys. I got some parts coming for the MTXL. I got a billet center diff piece and stuff coming for it. You know, I did run that MTXL the other day. I didn't get any video of it running. It had set for so long. Like I said in the other video, the bearings had gotten bad. You know, they got kind of crunchy. Not they didn't go bad. They were just, you know, it needed to run really bad. So I gave it a pretty good workout. I ran almost an entire tank of fuel out of it. So yeah, I mean, I've cleaned it all up. I'm gonna do that center diff install and run it, and then clean it back up again, and make sure everything's good with it. And then it may be going down the road. I'm not real sure. I really like to get my hands on one of those dragon hammers really bad. They just so badass. They just look awesome. So, but anyways, that's all we got, guys. I've been rambling on long enough, so you guys will be seeing the video come next with the Jet Pro pipe. So once everything starts straightening back out, guys, I am going to be doing an RC Dungeon hat giveaway. Okay, I will be doing that still. I know I've been saying that forever, but we've had so much crap going on, you know, plus I was sick forever. You know, I was sick for almost a month or better, actually, you know, about the entire time through Christmas and weeks after. And then, of course, you know, my dad passed away So I had all that going on, and now this crap, I was just getting back into it. Now this crap's going on, so I do plan on doing the RC Dungeon hat giveaway. Still, I plan on doing that for the channel, and then maybe some decals too. I did have some decals made. I had 2 of them made. One of them's over here on the Beast Bug top. I'm gonna try to get a bunch more. I'm gonna see if I get cut me a deal on having a bunch cut. I got some buddies, or guys that I watch their channels. I'm thinking about contacting like a couple of them guys at the channels and see if they're interested. I'm gonna send them some decals and stuff just because they're pretty cool guys. I'll give a shout out to RC Ohio, the Foundry and stuff, and you guys, any of you guys that watch my videos and comment. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate you guys taking the time out to watch the videos. Sometimes I just talk about RCs a lot, so it's not always wrenching and stuff like that. It's about the love of the hobby and helping everybody. So, anyhow, guys, thank you all for watching. If you guys see stuff, I don't usually ask for you to do it, but if you do see something you like, you want to stay interested in stuff that's going on with the XR project, or whatever else, hit like or subscribe. If you don't like it, thumbs down's fine. Doesn't hurt my feelings any. Like always, guys, stay safe. Keep yourself COVID free. Enjoy life as most you can, guys. And always keep the brapness alive. Peace.